What's up, guys? Puma here. Today I'm going to take you through a video on one of my favorite games, Escape From Tarkov. I've been playing this a lot lately, and one of the maps customs that people like to go to a lot, you've got a high loot, high PvP area known as the dorms. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to get in, how to get out, and how to put yourself in a position to where when you come to those PvP situations, you're fighting other PMCs, you're going to come out on top more of the time. Let's check it out. All right, so there's a couple spawn points that'll put you in a position to get to dorms first. If you want to go there to loot, we're not going to talk a whole lot about the loot in the dorms in this video. More the PvP, how to get there and how to get out and all that stuff. This is east of dorms. If you're looking at the map, it's actually west of dorms on the compass, but you can tell you've got the railroad to military over there. Gas station is right over there, and we've got the wall right here leading into dorms. So we're gonna make our way over there, probably to the 2 stack. All right, we've got a couple options when it comes to getting into the 2nd story dorm from here, especially early game. There's a door on the left side towards the bus terminal that'll get you in on the 1st floor. Understand that right here you can catch people early game going up the ladder or up the stairs in a 3 stack. There's been multiple times where I've killed someone just up there. They'll stop to open a door and you've got a perfect opportunity to just light them up. You can get in on this side. This side only leads you to the gated side, so there's some good loot in here that you can check, a couple doors to unlock, but just understand that you're not going to be able to access the rest of the 2-story dorm from this side. This 2nd story dorm up here is, you can't get in, can't unlock it, you can't open it up. So on 2 stack, there's one door on this side, which is the 1st floor. There's one door on the other side, the wall side, which is the 2nd story. So on the wall side here, the north side, if you're looking at the map, you cannot get in this door. You can go in here. You're a little more protected from this side because of all the trees. So it might be a little bit safer there, depending on what you're after. You can always go in this bathroom here to the left as soon as you get in. The downside to right here, obviously, is if you open this door and someone's waiting for you, they can hear you come up the metal stairs. They know exactly where you're going to be coming in. A lot of times you'll open the door, step back, see if someone's down here and they just are waiting for that door to open and they just spray it. Come in here, if you've got a flashlight, use that to sort of blind anyone that might be looking at you. The 3rd way that you can get in, and this is my favorite way, is the bathroom, or what I call the red room. You jump up, crouch, and you're in. A lot of times I'll get here, I'll just sit here for a second to listen, see if you can hear a scav walking around. Maybe you can hear other PMCs. Anytime you listen, I like to wait about 20 seconds. If someone's ADSing, holding a corner, they're going to run out of stam and they're going to have to ADS out. A lot of times you can hear that. So from here, now you're inside and you're just going to want to check corners, right? You're going to want to see if you can hear anything, move around a little bit, change your angles, try to catch people peeking. If you listen, a lot of times you can get a good idea of where people are at. All right, so let's say we've got a situation here where we come into 2-story and we know that there's someone down at this end of the hall and we're going to try to kill them. You know, we're not going to let them kill us. So how do you go about it? Well, one of the things I like to do is always make sure I close these doors if I have an opportunity. It's a lot harder to see me now because it's dark down here than if this was open. Obviously, you'd be able to see my silhouette moving in front of that open door. Make sure you close the doors. A lot of times I'll try to shoot out lights, which I'm actually not sure if there's any halogen lights to shoot out in 2 stack, at least on the 2nd floor. But you want to try to move and not hold corners for too long or hold angles. So obviously you can hold here, put some shots down, try to move to the other side. The more you move, the harder it is for them to keep track of you. You obviously have to be really careful about when and how you move. But you always want to keep moving side to side if you can. Another tactic that I like to use a lot is the grenade push. So chuck a grenade down, they're going to hide, and I'm going to push up into the next room, right? So anytime someone hears this sound, what are they going to do? Well, they're going to run back in a room and they're going to hide, make sure they don't get blown up. So chuck that grenade down the hall. You know that they're not going to be holding that angle, and then push up. Now I'm up a couple rooms. When this guy looks down, he's going to be looking somewhere back here. So it might be easier for me to pick him off, especially if he hasn't moved. I know what room he's in. I can really hold that, you know, that doorway. As soon as he peeks his head, pretty good chance he's going to end up dead. 2-story is, you're not going to find as much PvP as 3-story, and the PvP is going to be a little bit simpler. But a lot of times you're going to hear people, you know, if they come up from this backside, you've got a pretty good idea. Shoot that out so you can hear better. You can shoot that out so you can hear better. If you hear someone out back and they're in the bushes, you've got a pretty good idea they're going to come in right here. So sometimes you can catch them doing that. A lot of times you can catch people trying to come in down here. You know, I've caught people trying to come in the front door, and you can hold whatever angle you've got, kind of hold that, line up the headshot, and just wait for them. Okay, so now you're in a situation where you've looted 2nd story, you've maybe done some PvP, you've killed a guy, but you think that there might be another team or there might be other players that are camping, waiting for you to come outside. Now, there's 2 really common places to try to camp 2-story. One is going to be right out here. Over in here, you don't have a ton of good shots at someone coming out. So a lot of times right over in here, or even right back here up against this wall, people will camp, try to anticipate you running out that way, and doesn't end well. The other place people will try to camp is south, at least on the map, south of 2-stack. Maybe wait for you to come out one of these back windows, maybe come out the front and try to flank around. Sometimes people will camp here. This is less common because scavs will generally spawn and be right over here. So that makes camping here as a PMC much harder. But this is kind of an area to look out for. All right, so you're in 2-stack. You want to get out. You think someone could potentially be camping. What do? Well, the first thing you can do is you can use a lot of these rooms to try to get lines of sight out back. So do I see anyone over here? Do I see anyone over in this direction? Use some of these windows. You can even go to the center stairs here. See if you can catch anyone out there. See if you can see them. Now, from there, you've got to kind of decide, based on what's happened in the game so far, where do you think they're going to be camping? Try to eliminate some of those unknowns, mitigate risk, and then go with what you think is going to be the safest option. What I'll do a lot of times, if I think someone's camping, is I'll open this door and just kind of peek quickly, see if I get shot at. If I don't, I probably feel better about this extract. I can go out here, or I can go from the center bathroom on the 1st floor, which is right down there. In either direction, what I want to do is I want to get to cover quickly. So try to get up here, try to get to some bushes. Now I've lowered some of the areas, some of the angles I can get shot from. Same thing if you go from the bathroom window right here, which a lot of times if I have come from 3-story over to 2-story and I think there's a team pursuing me, I'll go out this bathroom window because there's no lines of sight from 3-story that can hit me from here, and I'll just run out to cover as quickly as I can. Kind of reset the battle if I've got people chasing me and I'm not exactly sure where they're at. So that pretty much covers a lot of the big things to know and keep in mind about 2-story dorm. All right, so now to go over one of the other spawns that'll give you a good opportunity to get to dorms first. This time we're going to be talking about the spawn that's on the west side of dorms, of the 3-story dorm, or the left side if you're looking at the map. Now, at the time of making this video, they just released patch 12.10 about 2 days ago, and this area I'm standing is a brand new spawn that that appears to be, you know, one of the new spawns they've added. There's another one. This is the junk bridge right over here. The common one that people used to use is right over there by Railroad to Tarkov or Port. I can't remember which one, but right up on that hill. Either one of these will give you a pretty good opportunity to get to 3-story dorm early in the game. Kind of hard to see with the fog, but when you run up, you're going to end up coming from somewhere in the area that I'm coming from right now. So you've got a few options to get into 3-story. We'll start with the bus terminal side. or the roadside. You've got metal stairs over here. All three of these doors can open up to the exterior. You could go in first floor, second floor, or third floor. Remember, like we talked about earlier in the video, that people can sometimes camp that angle early game, and going up these stairs can sometimes be risky. One of the reasons I like to use this side is because of how many options you have. So if you open this door and you immediately get shot at, hey, I can just turn around and I can go up to 2, open, get inside, try to close the door behind me, see if anyone's down there shooting at me. And when people hear you on metal coming from this side, they're not exactly sure which door you're going to be coming in, because you could come in either one. If you're on metal, sometimes what I'll do is come up here, open this door, see if people shoot at that door opening, and then keep coming up. 2, 3, get inside, close the door quickly, get back in my room, see if I catch anyone down there peeking. Alright, so on 3-story dorm, we also have a bathroom option, just like 2-story. It's in the same spot. Hop up on this, jump, crouch, get inside. Now you're on tile, which means there's only a couple spots in the building where there is tile. They're either in well, they're all in the bathrooms. I think some of the kitchens may have tile too, but when they hear those footsteps on tile, they're going to have a pretty good idea of where you're at, but it's still a good place to come inside. A couple areas on the wall side of dorms that we can get in. These metal stairs right here only open second story. So the downside, now you've got a lot of cover over here. And if you came from over here, there's cover over here. You've got a pretty good idea that, no one's going to be able to shoot you from here. The downside is you don't have a whole lot of options. So if someone's camping the hall, they hear you walking up these metal stairs, they know this is the only door you can get in from this side. You can also go in this bedroom door by hopping up on these boxes. This is on the elbow side of the dorm. I jokingly refer to this as my super secret entrance. Hop up, hop in, and now you're in the elbow side of 1. Sometimes people don't expect you to come in from there, or they're not 100% sure, which floor you're on. They didn't hear you on metal stairs, so it might throw them off a little bit. All right, so let's talk PvP here. Now, the PvP in dorms can be a lot of fun. It can be frustrating, but it can really challenge your skills. So I come in on the first floor, and I know that I've got people somewhere in the building. One of the things I want to keep in mind is if the door that's behind me can be opened, I want to make sure that no one comes up and tries to flank me, get behind me, because then I'm screwed. I also want to realize that at times that can be a really good way to exit if I get pinched or if I think I need to reposition. There's nothing wrong with repositioning if you feel like you're not in a good spot. Like we talked about in 2-stack, you don't want to hold angles for too long, especially if you're shooting. So if I see a guy down there, I put a couple shots at him. I'm going to try to figure out if I can move quickly, get to a different angle, so maybe he's not exactly sure where I'm at. If I've got a guy down here on the first floor elbow, I can always shoot lights out in 3-story, which makes it harder for him to see me. Turn my flashlight on, now I can see him, and he's going to be blinded essentially. And remember, you can always use the grenade push. So if he's holding an angle down there, chuck one of my grenades down there. He's going to hide in a room. I can run up, get to a different location, and now I've got a better advantage on this guy. I want to specifically talk about the 3rd floor of 3-stack. This is where the marked room is, as a lot of you know. The best loot spots, or rarest items you can find, I believe, on customs are in the marked room. So when we go up to 3-story, a lot of times you can find people up there, especially if you're a little bit late. If I go up from the center stairs here, there's this cabinet right here. So going up to 3rd floor from center stairs, I'm always going to peek right first, see if anyone's down there, because when I peek to my right, I'm mostly covered from my left. So I'm going to peek this way first, and then I'm going to look down here. You'll get scavs that spawn down here. Sometimes, like in this room, you'll have scavs. Just want to keep an eye on that. Obviously, if you see any dead scavs, you've got a good idea that someone's been here or is here already. So I'm going to shoot out some of these lights. It's a little bit darker, harder for them to see me. I can blind them with my flashlight. What you have to remember about the 3rd floor is there's lots of unique angles you can get to. So let's say you open up marked room, you think someone's coming, you get stuck. You can go out on this balcony and you can get different angles, especially if you think someone's going to try to push up and get in either one of these rooms. Stand on this balcony, wait for them to come in, light them up. This can be a great play at times. Another area where you can use this balcony is, let's say you come to the third story dorm from the west side or the left side on the map, which is how we came today, and you think someone's coming from the other spawn and they want to try to get to 3-story. Well, a lot of times they'll come up along this wall here, they'll run down, they'll try to get in the super secret entrance down there, or they'll maybe use the stairs to get up to the 2nd story. Sit up here, wait for them to come by, light them up pretty easily. Now, to counter that, if you were the other guy that was coming up and you think there's a guy or two down here and maybe one of them's on the patio, try to utilize these windows carefully to see if you can catch someone on the patio. You can also use some of these windows to actually get out on the ledge and basically see the entire patio. So if you think there's a guy stuck up there, or you know he's there, you're looking for a way to get a good angle on him, utilizing this can be really good. Just be careful, because if you fall, you're screwed. So similarly, we're on the 2nd story now of 3-stack. We're over in the elbow. Let's say that we had a guy come in this door down here, or we think he's going to come in this door, or he's just over in that general area. We're trying to get a better angle on him. Let's say we've got a buddy that's waiting down at center stairs, and he's watching that angle, right? And we want to try to help out and get a different angle. Some of these rooms down here on the elbow, you can get up here very carefully, peek around, and you can basically see this guy anywhere he's at. I've seen people before that will go up on this platform where you can't get to, you can't open that 3rd floor door from there. They'll go up there, start healing up, use a CMS or something to put their arm back on, and they're just up there healing. You know they're there, but you also don't want to just walk out that door right there. This can be a great angle to utilize in those situations. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. If you're interested in watching me live stream, I'm currently live on Facebook and Twitch weeknights at 9 p.m. Central. You can find me all the social medias at Armored Puma 17. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a notification when I drop a new video.